The palace has released many statements over the years, but none have struck the public as deeply as the one delivered today. For the first time, King Harris has stepped forward to share a heartbreaking story that until now had remained hidden behind the guarded walls of the royal residence. It is a revelation that not only sheds light on the personal pain he has carried in silence, but also raises new questions about the life and future of the son who is set to become the next king. What the monarch unveiled today has left the nation stunned, prompting both compassion and reflection as citizens struggle to process the emotional weight of his confession. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. The king's address began calmly, his voice measured and steady, but even through the screen there was a visible heaviness behind each word. He explained that leaders often bear the responsibility of appearing strong, composed, and unshaken, even when faced with profound private struggles. But today, he said, he felt compelled to speak not as a ruler, but as a father. The decision, he admitted, was not easy. For many years, he fought against revealing the truth, hoping that time would soften the burden he carried. Instead, time only made the silence more difficult to bear. King Harris then turned to the subject of his son, the young man the world has long known as poised, prepared, and destined for the throne. The public has often seen him as confident, intelligent, and charismatic, the ideal heir in every sense. Yet the king revealed that behind the polished image lies a far more complicated and painful reality, one that the family has worked tirelessly to manage away from public scrutiny. The king acknowledged that this secrecy was not born from shame, but from a deep desire to protect his son from relentless judgment. He feared that the truth, if exposed prematurely, could overshadow the prince's accomplishments and distort public perception of him. With a long pause, the king shared that his son has been facing a serious personal challenge that the family has been grappling with for years. He did not rush his explanation, choosing instead to reveal each detail with deliberate care. He said that the prince's struggle began quietly, almost unnoticed, and at first it seemed like a phase brought on by the pressures of royal life. But as time went on, it became clear that something much deeper was taking place. The king and queen sought private help, consulted experts, and rearranged their schedules to give their son the support he needed. Despite their efforts, the weight of the situation grew heavier with each passing year. King Harris confessed that there were nights when he lay awake wondering whether he had failed as a father. He described moments when he felt helpless, watching his son battle something he could neither fully control nor completely understand. He said that no amount of royal authority, wealth, or influence could shield a parent from the fear of seeing their child in pain. The king spoke of the emotional toll it took on the entire family, recalling days filled with hope and others clouded by uncertainty. He admitted that in the worst moments, he questioned whether the future he had always envisioned for his son was still possible. Yet despite the darkness of those years, the king also shared that his son showed remarkable strength. He described how the prince confronted his struggle with determination, refusing to let it define him. Though the journey has been long and often difficult, the king said his son has worked tirelessly to overcome each setback. He praised the prince's resilience, his discipline, and his unwavering commitment to his duties even when faced with personal challenges that would overwhelm most people. Through these efforts, the king said, his son has demonstrated a depth of character that few have seen but all will one day understand. The king then addressed the question on everyone's mind, why reveal this now? He explained that the decision came after careful consideration and heartfelt discussions within the family. With the prince's growing visibility and the increasing responsibilities of his royal role, the king believed that speaking openly was not only necessary but also honorable. He wanted the public to see his son not as an untouchable figure, but as a human being who has faced adversity and risen above it. By sharing the truth, the king hopes to foster understanding, compassion, and unity rather than speculation or rumor. He emphasized that this revelation does not weaken the prince's position as the next king. Instead, he believes it strengthens it. He argued that leadership shaped through hardship is often the most meaningful, and that a leader who understands struggle is better equipped to guide a nation through its own challenges. The king expressed unwavering confidence in his son's ability to rule with wisdom, empathy, and integrity, shaped by the very experiences that once threatened to overshadow his path. As he neared the end of his address, the king's voice softened. He said that today's confession was not made to evoke sympathy, but to offer truth. He acknowledged that the royal family has always walked a delicate line between privacy and transparency, and today's decision marks a significant and emotional step toward bridging that gap. He thanked the public for their support over the years and asked for continued understanding as the family navigates the next chapter of their lives. In his closing remarks, King Harris reminded the nation that even those who seem most distant, most powerful, or most protected are still human. Behind every royal title, there are real families, real struggles, and real stories often hidden from view. By shedding light on his own, he hopes to inspire others to speak openly about their challenges and find strength in vulnerability. He concluded with a message of hope, praising his son for the progress he has made and expressing his belief that the future holds brighter days for them all. And now, as the world reacts to the king's remarkable revelation, conversations everywhere are shifting. People are reconsidering what they thought they knew about the royal family and reflecting on the universal truth that hardship touches everyone, regardless of status. This powerful moment is likely to shape public perception for years to come and may signal a new era of openness within the monarchy. If you want to stay informed as this story continues to unfold, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and join us as we follow every development surrounding the royal family and the future of the next king.